Hello and welcome back to the next video. In this video, we are going to discuss a program so that we can make our concepts very clear about pointers. So this is a main function. In this main function, we are declaring two variables, I and j. With this declaration, this is what will happen in memory. Memory will be allocated for two integers. First is I. So as we have seen, integer requires 4 bytes of memory. So 4 bytes, let's say starting from 1000 till 1003 is allocated for I, and same memory, 4 bytes of memory will be allocated for j, starting from let's say 2000 till 2003. So then we are assigning 10 to I. So with this statement, 10 will be stored here in I. With this statement, j assigned 20, so 20 will be stored in this memory location which is named as j. Then we are going to call a function called as fun, right? To this function we'll be passing I by value. We are passing value of I, and we'll be passing j by a reference, right? We'll pass the address of memory address of j. So and j will give us memory address of j. I will give us the value of variable I. So let's execute this function fun. So this is a function fun. The return type of this is void. It will not return you anything. As we are passing one integer value and one address of an integer variable, so that's why the first formal parameter here will be integer variable, and the second parameter will be a pointer, because we are passing memory address from here. To hold that memory address, we need a pointer. So j is a pointer here and I is an integer variable. So for these two variables, this memory allocation will be done. Memory for I will be allocated, as I is an integer variable, 4 bytes of memory. Let's say starting from 7000 till 7003 will be allocated, and that will be named as I. Similarly, memory for this j will be also allocated. So as j is a pointer, it will require 8 bytes of memory. So 8 bytes, let's say starting from 8000 till 8007 will be reserved, and those 8 bytes will be named as j. Now in here I can store an integer value, and here I can store address of an integer variable. So this is what will happen with this. Now one thing you should understand here, you are able to see I here and j here, right? And this I here and this j here. Now this I and this j are local variables of function main. This I and this j are local variables of function this fun. So they are, though the names are same, they are different variables. They are name these are the names given to different memory location. This memory location is 1000. This memory location is 7000. So when I say I in main function, I am referring to, or I mean this I. When I say j in this scope, right, within these brackets, I mean this I and this j. When I refer, or when I say I within these brackets, I am referring to this I and this j. This is the scope, local scope and global scope. So these I and j are local to main. These I and j are local to function. Though the names are same, they are different variables. Okay. Now with this call, i's value, which is 10, will be passed to this I. So this value 10 will be passed here. So 10 will be assigned to this I, and j will give us address. So this address will be passed to this pointer j. So j will be storing 2000. So this is what happens with this call. Now let's execute this call, right? So as the compiler sees this call, the program control passes to this function. So we'll execute this function. I is equal to I into I. So this I is I, we are referring to this I. So this I value is equal to I, what is I now? 10. 10 into 10, right? So this is not a dereference operator, this is a multiplication operator, right? So 10 into 10 is 100. So this will become 100 now, right? So this 100 will be assigned to I. Now let's see this. Now star asterisk j means value at address which is there in j. Value at address in j is equal to, that means we are trying to access the value which is at the address which is in j. What is the address in j? The address in j is 2000. So we are trying to access the value at 2000, right? We are going to assign some value to the address which is in j, right? So value at address in j, that is this value, this is equal to value at address which is in j. So this will again give us value at address which is in j, right? So this we are trying to assign some value to this location, right? So by that's what this means. This means value at address which is in j is equal to, this will give us value at address which is in j. So address in j is 2000, value at that address is 20. So this will give us 20 into, again this will give us same value, value at address which is in j, that is 20. So 20 into 20 is equal to 400, right? So 400 will be assigned to value at address which is in j, that is in j is holding this address. So value at this address will be now 400, right? So and with this bracket we close this function, and the control comes back to main, and we'll print this. So I is equal to %d, j is equal to %d. This %d will be replaced by the value of I. What is the value of I here? Whenever I am referring to I in main, I am referring to this I. So the value of this I is 10. So 10 will be printed, 10. And what is the value of j? Value of j is now 400, right? So this will output 10 and 400. The point to note is I passed I by value, right? I pass j by reference. When I pass a variable by value, I will not be able to make changes to the original variable. I'm not able to make changes to this variable from this function. That's why, though I made changes to this to I, but those changes are to the copy of this I. This I is the copy of this I, right? And that's why the changes were made to this copy here, not to original I. But I passed j by reference, that means I passed address of j. So I was able to access this j from this function by using the pointer to j, which is this j. So this j is not copy of this j, but this j is a pointer to this j, right? So we are holding address of this j in j. So by using that address, we are directly reaching to the original j, and we are making changes there by using this line. So this program explains the concept of call by value and call by reference, right? These two concepts are explained at the same time here. I is passed by value, I is passed by, j is passed by reference. So this is it for this video. Stay tuned. Thank you.